13 χρόνια μετά το Λονδίνο, ο Ολυμπιακός άφησε πίσω του το Βελιγράδι, το Κάουνας, το Βερολίνο και το Αμπου Ντάμπι, κατακτώντας το τέταρτο ευρωπαϊκό του τρόπαιο μπροστά σε 18.000 μενόμενους θεατές του στο Telecom Center Athens. Η Ρεάλ αποδείχτηκε ξανά σκληρή αντίπαλος, αλλά στο τέλος η ομάδα του Γιώργου Μπαρτζώκα είχε τον τρόπο, επικρατώντας με 92-85. Ένα παιχνίδι ψυχοβδαλτικό και πάμε να δούμε τις καλύτερες στιγμές από τον τελικό της Euroleague και το τέταρτο ευρωπαϊκό τρόπαιο των ερυθρολεύκων.
The opening tip is controlled by Olympiacos Piraeus. 4 10-minute quarters of Euroleague Championship basketball to come. Into the lane, shot blocked immediately. Real Madrid clogging the lane and coming away with that defensive play. Wow. Streaking his way down the court and bulldozing his way to the basket is Mario Hezonja for the opening score. Corner three, faked. Inside and finishing strong through the attempted contact. We've got wolf whistles, we have got drums being pounded. It's an absolute cacophony of the catch and fadeaways, beautifully stroked off the front rim. Mario Alberto Abalde with the board. It's another case of one and done for Olympiacos. Lyles, 3-ball, got it! Trey Lyles is on fire. 7 points in a row. But they are still in search of their first field goal, approaching 3 minutes gone. Trey Lyles has scored 7 points in a row. Milutinov inside, surrounded by a trio of white jerseys, and that is terrific poise and patience to power the ball home from beneath the basket.
And you see how Olympiacos make sure that's their last option. They want to try to run their offense, get some cuts if they can. If not, they go into the big man.
Took practically 3 minutes for that field goal to be scored, and now there's lots of contact. Trey Lyles, no whistle on the play. Campasso, he distributed 8 assists in the semi-final. Pull-up three-pointer is bottomed brilliantly once again. Evan Fournier frustrated on the sidelines. Mario Hezonja drilling it from downtown.
That was Albalde, Frank, right there, drilling that one. Shooting, everybody's shooting with confidence. You don't know who's putting it up anymore, because as soon as they catch it, they're putting it up.
Indeed, it was Valdez catching on the cut, Sasha Vezenkov.
And he's walking right to the bench, so that's huge.
One more.
That's Capasso, I think. I think they got Capasso on that foul on the backside.
Sees a seam, attacks, kicks to the corner. Papa Nicolau dumps it into Milutinov. Milutinov looking to back down. Trey Lyles standing strong, reaching from behind. Out to a wide open walk-up, lets it fly and bottoms it. In their quarter-final series sweep. Dorsey uses his dribble, fakes the three. Vezenkov driving on Feliz, getting his way to the basket, contorting his body beautifully for another three-point play opportunity.
Feliz definitely has a lower center of gravity.
For Olympiacos Piraeus, all of a sudden it's a one-possession affair. Lyles, straight ahead three. Oh my goodness, that is a way to cap the run. Teo Maladon. Dante Hall meets him. Walkup has lost his footing. Terrific defensive play by Tyler Dorsey to break that one up.
Catches the fake from deck. It still stays up long enough.
Fantastic performance in the semis where he posted 10 points. Hezonja turns into the open baseline, uses the chicken wing and gets the baseline floater to fall.
I didn't think he had an angle to get that shot off, but Tyson Ward forces him baseline. They need a little bit more help.
Walker, one-on-one with Teo Maladon. Now it's on the perimeter once again. Ward attacking the free throw line, bulldozing his way into Hezonja, absorbing the contact and getting the flip off the window to fall.
Whenever a rebounder gets the ball off a missed shot, they're putting one guy on the ball to slow down that fast break.
Ward catches on the cut once again, but has his pocket picked masterfully, picking up the pieces. Gabriel Deck, Feliz running, lets the floater fly and feathers it home delightfully. Fournier from the half-court logo is where he's operating. That's within his range. Applies the brakes, pivots, turnaround J off the mark. Dante Hall, 1 offensive rebound, 2 offensive rebounds.
Going into zone defense a lot of time, and Alec Peters didn't much time, so he's looking for a little bit of revenge here tonight also.
Motivation off the charts for all players as Abalde looking for his second three, and he rattles it home. Corey Joseph hitting the deck, but still managing to feed the outlet pass to Fournier. Extra pass down to Tyson Ward, drives baseline, hangs in the air, gets it back to Corey Joseph, fakes the three. Peters fakes the three, pulls up mid-range, and carrying on where he left off in the semi-final, including the fabled gate 13. Fake middle, turned baseline, and that almost a Trey Lyles-like dream shake.
But if he's got, that's just a crazy move. Joseph does everything he can defensively.
The fatal blow with that mid-range Mandarina over Mustafa foul with around 3 seconds remaining. Tyson Ward landing from beyond the arc. Found the floor after leaving his feet to pass. They hang it up for Dante Hall, got a hand on the basketball. He livid that he hasn't received a whistle. Feliz at high speed and finishing on the fly. Peters to Fournier. Fournier with a size advantage over Yui. Pushes him off with the offhand. Ward has used his dribble, rotated it to Corey Joseph. Fournier catches on the cut, but it wasn't a clean reception. But the shot was as clean as can possibly be. Evan Fournier landing from downtown, and that's at least 1 3-pointer in 6 straight games now for Evan Fournier, who continues to fill it up from the field in the postseason. Yui, corner 3, and he rattles it home.
Nobody likes
Sergio Yui showing his championship credentials after going scoreless in the semi-final, canning the first field goal attempt that he makes.
This is Olympiacos basketball right there. Hands. Fournier with another attempt. Now this one at the door is coming. And look at him distribute a rock. And a beautiful bounce pass. Deck. Now they got some.
Olympiacos in search of their first lead of the game with a score of any description here. Fournier turns the corner and gets to the glass. Hazonia almost had his pocket picked by Fournier. Hazonia gets it back to the perimeter, kick to the corner. Trey Lyles, corner 3, my goodness. He continues to light it up from long range. 4 of 5 from downtown in his championship final high, 18 points in the game.
Nobody's putting any type of ice or water on that fire right there. Fournier one more time. He responds back. Couple great stops by Olympiacos, not wanting to run the fast break. Deciding to slow it down. Giving it to Evan one more time, out to Peters.
And the 3-point barrage continuing here at Telecom Center. Olympiacos finding their range, now 50% from downtown on 5 of 10 shooting. Oh, but Trey Lyles remains on a heater. So Campastor with his head on a swivel as Walkup orchestrates things from next to the half-court logo. McKissick, one-on-one with Hazonia, reaches into his bag. Sidestep 3 is a difficult shot, but he drills it. Who's doing it all to go with his game-high 21 points. That's 5 rebounds in the game as Hazonia turns the corner. That is a move straight from the playground. Backing up to go one-on-one with Milutinov. He's got the edge of mobility. Look at him, look for contact once again. Pushes him off with the elbow. Alberto Abalde drills his 3rd 3-pointer of the game. But here at the Final 4, he's been altogether more effective. As Walkup, pull-up 3. Drills it confidently. Thomas Walkup, perfect from downtown in his 6-point total. So Olympiacos, both of their second half scores have come from downtown as Milutinov, look at the way he's just bulldozing his way into the lane and throws it into the basket.
Yeah, that's our correction right there. We thought there was a foul called earlier. It was changed up. So Capasso is only on 2.
And that technical makes it a 3rd as Hazonia drills the 3-ball from the sideline hash mark. No whistle.
The fans went crazy for a foul there, and if anything, that was a judge. Coach Bartzokas can't be happy with that shot coming out of a timeout.
Feliz drives, beats Walkup with the step and able to extend that diminutive body to move to 8 points in the game on perfect shooting inside the arc. Real Madrid regain the lead.
The body control is unbelievable when he gets the basket on the penetration.
Walkup steps into a 3 but doesn't let it fly. McKissick does so. Down and back out, and it's Feliz with a rebound once again. Remember, he's coming off a career-high 8 rebounds in the semi-final, and he bottoms the 3-pointer in transition. 5 points in a flash from Andres Feliz sees Real Madrid take a 4-point lead with 6 minutes gone.
5 points, a rebound, and a triple coming down on the other side. Incredible numbers by Feliz and steal.
Dolan, Hazonia off to the races. Beautiful footwork. Real Madrid putting a burst of buckets together to rattle off 10 points without reply. So Coach Bartzokas has called timeout. Execution on this trip down the floor going to be absolutely crucial. Irrespective of the outcome, they want a good look at the basket. And McKissick delivers exactly. Roll back the years, no dribble required. Piraeus, as Olympiacos extending their defense, that means there's plenty of space to attack in the middle. Maledon has presented a gift-wrapped steal to Evan Fournier, who picked it up gratefully. Joseph back to Fournier, stand still three is drilled fantastically. There's the five on the floor for Olympiacos. Joseph has used his dribble. Two-man exchange between he and Shaquille McKissick. Joseph left all alone from three-point territory, and he capitalizes, landing from long range after starting 1 of 4 from the field. Corey Joseph connecting from downtown, and that gives his team a 2-point lead.
Those are the points you need if you're Olympiacos. They're playing behind him, they're going to let him shoot.
So back to the perimeter, Maledon looks at the three. More difficult one off the dribble.
You're kidding me!
Pretty shot. A high arcing parabola that practically came down with snow on it from the top of Mount Olympus. Terrific shot making from Teo Maledon. Real Madrid regain the lead.
That's not Maledon's shot either. He doesn't like to do it off the dribble. He likes to have his feet set.
So Vezenkov, now is this going to be a foul in the act of shooting? That's what Vezenkov is saying. Joseph. Vezenkov lurking to set screens. Joseph threads it through to Vezenkov. Pump faking, beautiful balance and poise in the paint to kiss it off the window. Sasha Vezenkov moving to 9 points in the game.
If you haven't done it all night long, Ron, you got to feed that MVP right now. Last 6 minutes of your season, Vezenkov has to step up.
Two-time MVP Sasha Vezenkov desperately would be willingly give up all of those accolades for Euroleague triumph as Mario Hezonja from the hash mark.
This is where the people that get paid the money have to step up in the most important moments. Halfway through this fourth quarter, Real Madrid up 1, Olympiacos with the ball. Corner jumper.
Vezenkov right on cue.
Not giving Lyles any looks on that catch and shoot. Now here's Fournier.
And he gets the roll through the foul. Andres Feliz, that all athletes need, coming back strong with a remarkable play such as this.
Well, you see when he turned the corner, they had to switch.
Fournier, one-on-one with Deck. Fournier giving himself running room. I thought he had called run 4 flat for a moment. Vezenkov makes himself available.
Wow,
Fournier backs himself.
What a play.
Double clutch, gets to the hoop and finishes with a delightful drop at the goal. Evan Fournier moves to 16 points in the game. His team lead by 3.
Ghost screen set up off the block. Hezonja now wants the baseline.
Kicks out. Oh, bowling ball pass underneath. Can't find the finish, but a trip to the free throw line forthcoming.
Putting that chemistry into action at the end of the game, but the penetration by Fournier was perfect.
And the fans seeking to make their presence be felt once again as Gabriel Deck attacks the middle. Goes all the way to the rack and finishes with both hands above the basket.
They've struggled with these last second possessions.
Peters with a size advantage against Feliz. Turnaround Jay on the fade. Was there ever any doubt? Alec Peters continues with the metronomic consistency here in crunch time that he's demonstrated all Final Four long. Gives his team a 3-point lead. Deep three-pointer from the half mark. He's bottomed with nothing but twine.
5 on the clock. He's going to have to get it up.
Fournier steps through off the iron. Tyreek Jones rises high. Fournier gets his own miss. Keeps it himself. Tyreek Jones it down. To make it a run of 8 points without reply. As Campasso pulls up off right. Fournier with the rebound. Now the ball given away and rocking the rim for his first score of the second half is Trey Lyles, and he's done it again.
You're kidding me.
Oh, but he can't find the finish. He stays with it. How on earth did Trey Lyles miss that bunny on the interior?
Olympiacos had a little bit of trouble here getting this ball into bounds. They gave it up again. This time it's...
So Campasso needs a receiver. Chumaro Keke off the dribble. It's taking too long. Pull up 3 from the half-court logo is off the iron, and there it is. Alec Peters with possession. So this will make it a formality. Facundo Campasso dribbles it out. And the final buzzer, barely audible here at Telecom Center.